Hi there, Lindsay here, the Frugal Crafter. Today I'm going to show you some really fun techniques using the daubers that we made last week in our spray ink and dauber videos, and also using our sprays. So we're going to get real inky today. This is the ribbon that I made in our ribbon dyeing video that's probably coming up the same day as both these videos are coming up on the same day. So if you want to know how to make this ribbon, it's going to be on my YouTube channel, the video right before this one. So just go back and watch that if you want to see. This is a Paper Mart twill tape and it's just gorgeous. It dyes wonderful and it's super cheap, so it like makes high marks in all my categories. And I'm going to show you how to do this blending with whatever ink pads you have. And I'm using the Memento inks here because they're very easy to find and they're quite inexpensive. You can get them at, they have 4 packs at Joann's for $10 regular price, and then they go on sale for 40 or 50% off, and you can use coupons, so you can get these for a little over $1 a pad, which is nice. And you can just buy re-inkers and re-ink them if you want to. So what we did here, we made our little ink daubers last week, and I'm simply tapping it on the ink pad. I will tell you, it's harder to get a good blend with a brighter color, but what you want to do is start off the square cardstock. You want a nice smooth white cardstock, and just kind of do circles and bring it in, just like you would with like your distress inks. But I find these work quite nearly just as well, and as a bonus, they stamp excellent, and you can color over with Copic markers, and the ink won't bleed. So if you can find one ink pad they'll take the place of a couple, that's a good thing in my book. All right, and then I'm going to use the orange, Tangelo. And again, start off, but when you start blending in, start blending up over on top of the other color that you were just using. And that will just kind of help work all the colors in. And don't worry if you don't get a really good blend. I'm going to show you how to fix that. And you can always go back in and work in with your dark color again. It's not a big deal. So these little ink daubers cost, you know, next to nothing to make, which is awesome. You just need a package of makeup wedges from the dollar store, and some bottle caps, and some hot glue, of course, because everything I do involves hot glue in some respect, it seems like. Yellow is a really good, easy, blendable color, and I can work it up. And I'm working it up over the other colors, and it's not really dirtying my ink dauber too much, which is really nice. I want to bring that down a little bit more, too, because I want to have some yellow for the green to work into. And I love yellow. It's one of my favorite colors, so I have a little bit of that. Now if you're having a hard time blending, just go with lighter colors, because lighter colors are a lot easier to blend. Memento is one of my favorite stamping inks. I use the rich cocoa and the black whenever I'm going to be coloring with my alcohol markers, such as Copic or Pro markers or Bics or Sharpies or whatever, because they don't run. And then finally, I'm going to go in with a little bit of this turquoisey blue color. It's called Bahama Blue. Ooh, that's dark too, so you got to be careful with that one. Ooh, it kind of sneaks up on you. It sneaks up on you. All right, so we got to, this is decent. It's not going to win me any, stamping contest, but it's all right. But if you're unhappy with how splotchy this is, then what you want to do, first move your ink pads out of the way so you don't get them all yucky. Grab your shimmer spray that we made last week. Remember, we ring it like a bell. You can ring my bell, ring my bell. My little disco, get my disco on. Woo, I'm silly today. It's Monday, folks. I like Mondays. I don't know about you. I like them. All right, so I'm going to just give it a few squirts of this, and you'll get some really cool effects depending on how thickly you squirt. But I'm going to bring it up so you can kind of see. I hope you can see this on the video. It's kind of cool because you see that good? The paper will start to get some like little speckles and mottles where the shimmer is. I don't know if you can see that shimmer yet. I added a little more shimmer to my spray mists, and I'll show you right here. I sprayed it out. This is what I made in the video, and it wasn't quite as shimmery as I wanted it, so I just added another squirt of the shimmer watercolor and got that really, really shimmery. Now when this dries, the shimmer is kind of opaque, so it's going to even everything out, which is really nice. You're going to have a really nice surface to stamp on. So this is like the one that I did finished, and you can kind of see it's got a little bit of splotches where I sprayed the stuff on it. And you can't really see the shimmer too much in the video, and I did add more shimmer to this batch, so when that dries you'll see it. Yeah, the video will be long gone by then, long gone. Anyway, rainbow. This is take 2, by the way, in case you're keeping track. So here we got some cardstock. I'm going to show you how you can get a splotchiness. Now, if you want to have a smooth spray, you want to spray off, and then that will just get everything working. So let's just spray over there. Okay, so everything's flowing, and then you hold it, I would say probably about a foot away, and you give it a spray, and that's going to give you a spray, and I really am going to get that all over my ink pads if I don't watch out. But if you want to get it a little bit splotchier, hold it closer and spray slowly, and you'll get more splotchies. I know that came out splotchy, but I was trying not to hit everything out, so I couldn't really spray it the way I wanted to. But so you want to just go slow, and you'll get more of a more of droplets and a splatter kind of. And the slower you go, it's because it pools up. The spray kind of pools up there and drops instead of it being like an overall mist. So it's kind of a fun little technique to try. So just go slow and you'll get splotches. Go fast. If you go fast and kind of swoop your hand by, you'll get a much finer spray. Get a little bit of splotchy green there. And when I want to get a really fine spray, what I do is I put this in I'll put this in a cardboard box, and I'll stand back, and I want to hold it upright, and I'll stand back and I'll spray, and I'll get a much finer mist. So kind of hard to do on a table, but that's a tip for getting a finer mist. Now, if you are impatient and you don't want to wait for this to dry, you can simply take a rag or a paper towel, lay it on top, and there, it's practically dry enough to put on a card now. So there you have it. Here's the finished card. Now what I'm probably going to end up doing, because where I glued the twill, I wanted that to kind of stick out over the edge, so I glued it on the inside. So what I'll do is I'll line my card with that on the top, and then I'll put this in here to write my little note on, and maybe a little bit of ribbon there. But I'll give you a little secret. A lot of times when I'm making a card, I will write on a Post-it note and stick it on the inside. That way the person who gets my card can actually reuse it if they want to. I know it's hard to believe that people aren't framing my cards and putting them on the walls for, future generations to see, but just in case they just want to recycle and send the card on, they can do that. So there you go, chock full of tips as always. I want to thank you so much for watching, and until next time, happy crafting.